Come with me to Sweet Delicious Sweets, where I get to have a one-on-one cake decorating class with the owner, Lauren. This beautiful bakery is a Black woman-owned bakery where all of these beautiful sweets are available daily, and she does customized cakes as well. So check her out. She's located in Madison Heights, Michigan. Now let's get into this cake decorating class.
No, we ain't going. We just gonna be fruity. Okay. So first, you want to take a special. Girl, put a little bit of icing on your board. This is to hold your cake in place so it's not sliding around. Okay. Now you can just smash your cake on top. Yeah. Okay. Now you want to add a little bit of icing on the top of the cake. And just rub that all around. You don't have to be perfect. Okay, that's good. But let me see. This side just got a little more, so you just want to spread it evenly over towards this way. So when you put your other layer on, it don't be, uneven.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then when you put this layer on, I always put the bottom on top because it's sharper up here. It's easier to have that looking neater on top versus using this side.
Makes sense. Okay.
Okay, let me get us
Baking with Lauren. Baking with Lauren.
A lot of people use a piper bag.
It feels so good.
Aww.
The aroma is aroma.
Aww. A lot of people use a piper bag to ice in their cake versus using a spatula because it's less time consuming. You can spread the icing around faster.
Makes sense.
Then you just rub it in with your spatula once that's in. Right-handed, right?
Yes.
So it's
you left-handed?
No, I'm right-handed. It's just gonna be easier to have your bowl on that side. So you want to take your spatula and put some icing on top and rub it all around. And you can kind of turn the board to go in a circular motion. You don't have to be light on your spatula either. Because the class I just did, they all like, I'm scared to put too much pressure. Yeah, that's perfect. And then you can go down to the side like we did. Hey, Morgan, this is your first cake.
Oh my God.
Good. Just add more icing. Okay. And don't focus on rubbing that one. Yep. Add some more icing right here. Like a nice big lot. And extra icing you have is going to go to the side anyway. How's the concert? It was great. I ain't gonna lie. Looking like I thought she was like that. Because I'm crying. I thought she was hiding both. It was fine. That's what I feel like. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm about to hurry up and put this one in the freezer and bring the cake out at the same side of the door so that I got to do that with you. So now you want to take a whole, is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to take a whole bunch of ice and then throw it on top. Are you running out?
A little.
Oh, you should be good for the last coat though. So you rub all that around and kind of push it down towards the sides. Remember, do not be light on it. Push it all the way down. Okay, now before this starts falling, just rub that in. I tried to warn you.
You said before it starts following me. Okay. Wait until it starts to fall.
I'm so used to it.
But yeah. So when did you start baking?
In 2016.
What made you start baking?
I was working at Quick and Loan, and I really loved that job so much. And they just randomly called like 500 of us one day, like, don't come back, basically.
Oh my God.
We was all hired as temps, and they was promising us we was about to be hired in.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us a raise, like a $7 raise, and 2 weeks later, fired.
Wow.
So I said I don't ever want to have to deal with that again.
Yeah, because that's literally the worst ever. Feeling like, oh, that's definitely drove me into
Yeah,
entrepreneurship.
for sure. I only had one kid at the time, but I had all these bills. I was living by myself. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I just started trying stuff, and it started working out.
That's amazing. Because I don't know, losing a job or whatever, or just like not having that stability. Like a lot of people think like that's where it says supreme confidence. In reality, it can leave you definitely thinking.
Right.
How you feel like your entrepreneurship journey is so far enough?
I think that it's going great. It has its ups and downs, but for the most part, I love it. How do you think your entrepreneurship?
Yeah, well, I started off working at AT&T for years. Like, that was like my first job out of college, and I was in sales. I did really good. I was making great money.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? But I found myself like I didn't have a life, and I'm in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Literally, all I did was work. All I did was work. Like, so I probably would have one off day.
One off day.
One.
What?
Because at the time it was like the needs of the business. Like, you know, they were rolling out new digital products like home security, switching over the type of home phones they had. It was just a lot going on in the business, and it was crazy.
Wow.
It was crazy. So I remember like waking up every day miserable.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
miserable.
so
Crying every day. Oh yeah, for real. And then like I remember one day I was supposed to get off at like 7 o'clock p.m. Girl, it was a whole bunch of people at work, like people waiting to be helped. They tell me, oh, you can't leave because all these people need to be helped.
Even though they close?
Yeah, no, even though I'm off. Yes. You can't leave. I don't care if you were scheduled till 7 to need to the business, and if you leave, just don't ever come back. And that's a crazy position to be in, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm scheduled for this time. Like, why do you feel like I have to stay here? But like, when somebody's telling you you can't fit at a certain time, what makes you think I'm gonna say you can't leave?
Right.
That's what I decided. I'm like, I'm cool on it, huh?
I
mean, you had to stand up the entire time, like you couldn't sit down. It was no sitting down. Like, you could lean on stuff, but ain't no sitting down. You had to look attentive and ready for the client when they, when they came in. It was crazy. They literally would take away the seat, like, so you have ain't no sitting down.
Damn.
So,
wow.
Yeah. I think throughout my journey, it was pockets of me getting a little nervous, especially when I had a child. Very scary some days, but I still find that it's more rewarding to do my own thing than it was to do somebody else's.
Right. Aw.